If you're a content creator, this wireless microphone from Sennheiser is what you need to capture your audio with the least amount of effort. So this is the Profile Wireless 2-channel set microphone. It also comes with a single as well, but if you want to start interviewing people and all that kind of stuff and capture audio from 2 people, then you want to get a 2 set. This is £249 plus VAT, but I think it's really worth it. In the packaging, you get this carry pouch, which is nice and lightweight, so it doesn't have much weight to it. And then on the inside, you have space to store things as well. So for example, if I take this bit out, we have the dead cat. So you can use that for reducing wind noise, for example. And you also get your USB-C to USB-C cable for charging, and also your audio cable is here as well. In true Sennheiser style, this is blue as well. So if you've used Sennheiser microphones before, they always use the blue color. Now, this bit is very interesting because it comes in this single packaging, as you can see here, and it just has everything you need all in this one package. On this case, which also doubles up as your charging case, you can press this to see how much power you got left. And next to it is also a display to tell you what's happening. So for example, I've just plugged it in so you can see that this is now charging. Over on the bottom here, we have the USB-C charging port, and then you get your audio out. Remove the microphone foam at the top there, which also should reduce things like pop. But the whole point is you'll be able to hold this as an interview microphone. So if you want to talk to the microphone like this, you'll be able to do it. And if you're interviewing someone, you'll be able to go back and forth and be like, hey, how you doing today? That kind of stuff you can do with this. But for now, we'll remove that to see what else we get here. And before we go further, on this side, you also get a USB-C port there. And then you can remove this like so. And then you get different connectors hidden away in here. So for example, if I take this out, we have the old lightning port connector. I love the way that it's nicely tucked away so you don't lose it. So you just push that back into it there. And then here, we get the one for USB-C connection. So USB-C to USB-C. And then finally in there as well, we also get the camera mount as well. So hot shoe mount. Well, this is going to be cold shoe. So you can mount it on there as well. And it's got the thread to mount on top of it as well. So very, very, very smart. And once you're done with it, or if you don't need it, you can just pop it back in there, close it, and off you go. Over on the side, we have more stuff there as well, which is pretty cool. So you got your thread there to mount it on the tripod or whatever you want to do. And then if you see here, you can press this, push it in, and this gives you your magnets. So this magnet will be used to mount it on your shirt or whatever. If you want to do that, if you don't want to clip it, you can use that magnet. And you have 2 of those there as well. This monitor here is also your receiver. So if you press this here, that will pop it open, and then you can remove it completely from the casing. So you can then mount this or have it wherever you want to have it. It's got the power button on there as well, so you can power it on. And it's like, let's just let that power on while we're talking about it. And then you get your audio out still on there. So everything's still on there, your charging ports there. I just removed this little area there to review the pin. And then you can see the connector right to the bottom there as well. So everything is neatly packaged, ready to go. It's also prepared as well, so you don't have to do anything in terms of pairing this up with the microphones. You don't need an app to set it up. It's just ready, good to go, and then you can modify the settings if you need to as well. But we'll come back to that in a second. And then if we go here, we can see the microphone. So if we just press this button on the side here, and then this pops out conveniently for you. And then on the other side, press it out again, pops out conveniently for the second one. I'll just pop that to the side for a second. And then let me just peel the pin conductor protection off. And then you can see that we have the 2 microphones there as well. So we got the TRS lock-in area there. So you can lock your lapel mic there so it doesn't come loose for any reason. And then on this side, we have the clip. So you can clip that onto your shirt or whatever you want. So I just clip, I'll clip one of them on here because they're pretty much the same thing. So you clip them on and they're connected once you power them on. So on the side there, you got your power button. So you just press it. It's nice and recessed in there so you don't accidentally press that for any reason. You can see the LED indicator lights is now coming on, and then you can press this button to record as well. So you can also automatically record to the recorder. This has 16 gigabytes of storage built in, which is up to 30 hours of audio recording that you can do straight on the microphones themselves, which again is pretty cool. You can also see on the clip, there's also a thread in there so you can mount it on something if you wish to do so, and USB-C port there if you want to charge it independently out of the case, you can do so as well. Some of the other cool features including that 32-bit float, which means you can recover clipped audio. Very, very important this day and age. Connectivity is over 2.4 gigahertz, and also it comes with Sennheiser signature sound, which, for example, the microphone that I've got mounted right on top of here, which is I always get this wrong, MKH 418 P48, I think that says. I always call them MKH 418, but this boom mic right on top on my head is Sennheiser signature sound So you can sort of get an idea of what you're going to be getting. I'm used to hearing it, so I know that this is not going to disappoint. To start recording, you can record directly using that button on the microphone, or you can also have it record remotely on the receiver, which is important. So if you forget to press record on your guest, you don't have to run up to them and go, can I press record again? You can just do it remotely from the receiver, which also just, you've thought very good, very smartly about how this is going to work. You can tell this is designed by people who actually use it, which is very important. There's also backup recording mode for when there's weak signals. So that way you can be rest assured that your audio is always being captured no matter what's going on. For charging, it takes less than 3 hours to charge this fully back up. Again, just saves you time on set when time is of essence, when time is money. You don't have to worry about this waiting so long to charge this up. The latency is less than 8 milliseconds and it's also omnidirectional. And in case you're wondering how the dead cat or the wind protector works, you basically just put it on top of the area there and then just screw it on or rotate it on, and then it's nice and secure in place, so it's not going to move anywhere or just fall off or whatever for whatever reason. Into the menu, let's have a look at what we can do on the receiver. So at first you can see the signal there. I'm using the second microphone. It tells you mic 2 there already. And then if you just swipe up, you can see all the settings. So we've got mode. If we tap mode, very responsive as well. This is OLED screen, so you can see this very clearly. So you got safety option there, you got mono option, and then you also have stereo option available to you. I'll leave that on mono. And then scroll up, we have headphones. So you can control the headphone volume. And then you have the output level, which you can increase or decrease. I usually have mine set to -5, but you can go all the way down to -12. So depending on what your setup is, what camera you're using, what audio recorder you're using, you can set that accordingly. But I think for me, -5 is probably like a sweet spot. Next, you have that backup recording option. So you can tap that to have that on or off. Then you got screen brightness settings. Then you got your pairing settings. Then you can set your date, your time, reset it, information about the device, and so on. Swiping in from the right, you can see option for recording. So you can tap recording, so you can start recording remotely from here. Next, we have mute, so you can mute recording as well. So if your guest happen to go to the toilet, for example, or something like that, you can just mute it so you don't capture the audio. You got your LED lights, so you can turn them on or off. This will be useful if it's distracting for the content you're capturing, you can turn that off. And then you get your memory there, so you can see your memory status. You can delete anything that's pre-recorded or recorded on there. You also have your gain settings as well on the receiver. So you can adjust this accordingly. You have low cut settings as well. So once you've got everything set up, you can then go back to see your levels there to make sure that you're okay, so it's not peaking or anything like that. But you do get option to record at 32-bit float, so it doesn't affect your audio quality. So as you can see, it's very easy to use, very easy to set up, no apps needed, everything's on device, so you're good to go. And I just love the fact that you can also use this as a handheld microphone at the same time. So it just kills 2 birds with 1 stone, and it's basically everything you need as a content creator on the go. I guess the next thing to do really is I'm gonna talk about what I think about it, but this time I'm gonna plug in this microphone and show you the audio quality. So let's plug this into this side, plug in audio out. So that should now be picking up over there. Check, check, check. That's now picking up. Audio levels are okay. So now the audio that you're hearing now is from this Profile Wireless microphones. So it's mounted here with the dead cat on it, so you'll be able to hear that audio level. The gain is set to -5 on both the receiver and also the microphone itself. So you can sort of hear the audio levels in that sense. What I'm also gonna do is now pop this back into its case so we can have that reporter mode, handheld mode. And now we have it in that handheld mode, so we see what the audio quality is also going to sound like when having it in handheld mode. What's also pretty cool as well is the dead cat, you can actually leave it in there, so you can actually close it with that in there already. So you don't have to lose this or worry about losing it basically. So that's really cool to have. But overall, you do get a carry case to have with it. And I think this is going to be a really good mic to have for me. And I'm looking forward to using this a bit more. It's really cool. I like the idea of it. But over to you though. Let me know what you think of the sound quality versus my boom mic, which is up top. So the start of the video was on the boom mic, and then I've connected the Sennheisers to the rest of the audio to see what you guys think. And then maybe I should switch back now to see what the comparison is from before. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Would you get one of these? Would you want to find out more? Links will be in the description. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.